4 years ago, at my cousin's birthday party. I wasn't looking for love. He wasn't either. But somehow, one conversation turned into two. Two became countless late-night phone calls. Then weekend dates. Then anniversaries. Then dreams. Tommy wasn't just my boyfriend. He was my best friend. The first person I called whenever something good happened. The first person I wanted to see whenever life became difficult. He knew my favorite food. He knew I hated thunderstorms. He knew I couldn't sleep without a pillow between my knees. He knew everything. Or at least, I thought he did. We had already started talking about marriage. Not seriously enough to set a date, but seriously enough to argue over where we'd live. He wanted Abuja. I wanted Lagos. He wanted 3 children. I wanted 2. We laughed about who our future children would resemble. Sometimes he'd hold my hand and say, "You're the woman I'm growing old with." I believed him. Every single word. Maybe that's why betrayal hurts so much. Not because someone lies, but because you trusted them enough to believe every lie. Looking back now, the signs had always been there. I just kept explaining them away. His replies became shorter. "I'll call you later. I'm busy. I'm in a meeting." The late-night calls slowly disappeared. Weekend dates became work emergencies. Whenever we were together, his phone suddenly became more important than our conversations. If it buzzed, he'd turn the screen away before checking it. Once, I jokingly reached for his phone. He grabbed it so quickly that we both laughed. I laughed because I thought he was being playful. Now I know he was protecting secrets. Love has a dangerous way of making excuses for people who don't deserve them. Every red flag looked pink because I was wearing the colors of hope. That afternoon, I was making lunch when my phone vibrated. Unknown number. I almost ignored it. Instead, I opened the message. There was no greeting, no explanation, no insult, no threat. Just 3 videos. And 1 sentence. "I think you deserve to know who you're planning your future with." I frowned. Spam? Someone trying to ruin my relationship? I almost deleted the message. But curiosity whispered louder than caution. I pressed play. The first video opened inside what looked like a hotel room. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Then the camera moved, and I saw him, Tommy. He was sitting on the edge of a bed, smiling. Not the polite smile he gave strangers. Not the forced smile he used for photographs. It was my smile, the smile that used to belong to me. Across from him sat another woman. She was laughing so hard, she nearly spilled her drink. Tommy reached over and gently wiped something from the corner of her mouth. Such a small gesture. Yet somehow it hurt more than anything else. Because people don't become that comfortable with strangers overnight. I paused the video. No, I whispered. This has to be old. Maybe it happened before we met. Maybe it was edited. Maybe someone was trying to destroy us. I needed another explanation. Any explanation. I pressed play again. The second video was shorter. This time, they were walking through the hotel hallway. His arm rested naturally around her waist. She leaned against him without hesitation. They weren't acting like two people hiding an affair. They looked like a couple. Comfortable. Relaxed. Familiar. By the third video, I already knew my relationship was over. I still watched. Maybe because Heartbreak always searches for proof, even when it already knows the answer. They walked into the elevator together. She fixed his collar. He kissed her forehead. Then she smiled and whispered something that made him laugh. That laugh. I hadn't heard that laugh from him in weeks. I stopped the video. My hands began shaking so badly that I almost dropped my phone. The room suddenly felt smaller. The air became heavier. I stood up to walk. Forgot where I was going. Sat down again. Everything around me became blurry. Not because I was crying, because my mind had stopped working. For nearly an hour, I replayed the first video. Not because I wanted to torture myself, because I kept hoping I'd notice something that proved I was wrong. Some hidden clue, some explanation, anything. Instead, I noticed details I had missed before. The expensive wristwatch I bought him on his birthday. The shirt I ironed for him before his business trip. The bracelet I gave him on our anniversary. He wore pieces of me while creating memories with someone else. That realization broke something inside me. I opened our chat. My fingers hovered above the keyboard. Who is she? Delete. Was any of it real? Delete. I hate you. Delete. Explain yourself. Delete. No sentence felt big enough. No word could carry the weight in my chest. I locked my phone, unlocked it again, opened his profile picture, closed it, opened our old photos, closed them too. I couldn't even bring myself to block him. Not because I still trusted him, because my heart hadn't caught up with what my eyes already knew. As evening settled outside my window, I finally admitted something to myself. I wasn't ready to confront Tommy. If I called him now, I'd cry. If I saw him, I'd probably believe whatever lie he came up with. No, I needed answers before emotions. There was only one person who might know the truth. His best friend, Samuel. Samuel had always been around us. Quiet, observant, kind. If anyone knew how long this had been happening, it would be him. I scrolled through my contacts until I found his name. My thumb hovered over the call button. My heart pounded so loudly I could hear it. If Samuel answered, there would be no going back. I closed my eyes and pressed call. Watch out for part 2. Please follow us for more true life story like this. Thanks.